Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first video, hi, I'm Alaina, and this is The Organized Money, where we talk about planning life and managing money. In today's video, we're going to be setting up my weekly hourly planner, and I'm going to be setting up the week of the 13th of July, and I'm going to be using the Farmhouse sticker book. This is a sticker book from Happy Planner. I believe it was put out a couple of years ago. I am using all of my older sticker books in order to get rid of them before I move on to purchasing any new ones. So this is what the week currently looks like. It is blank, and I'm going to use these floral stickers that I found in this sticker book in order to set this one up. I do love flowers. It's one of my favorite stickers to put down in my planner, so that is what we're going to be using today. Now, the beginning of this week is going to be really focused in on my mom's procedure. My mom is having surgery on Monday, and so I've kind of blocked off Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in order to really take care of that and make sure that I'm with my mom, make sure that she has everything that she needs. And so the beginning of this week is going to be pretty light, which is highly unlikely for me because usually in my planner, the front part of my week is very heavy, and I will lighten it up toward the end of my week, where I usually will jam pack all of my meetings toward the beginning of the week, and I won't have as much to do at the end of the week. But this week it's kind of flip-flopped, mainly because, like I said, my mom is having surgery on Monday, so that means I'm going to be really pushing all of my meetings and other things that I have toward the end of the week so that I can make sure that I am there with her. So we'll start off with my sidebar. On my sidebar, I like to keep up with my habits, what I am going to be posting for YouTube, and my to-dos for the week. My to-dos are basically general list of all of the things that I might have to do, and I might not have a specific day that I have to do it. I just know that I want to get it done at some point this week. So what I will do is I'll add a list to my sidebar, and then when I find time that I am able to squeeze something in, I will just pull it from my sidebar and add it into my planner. Find that has been working for me for the last couple of weeks, so we are going to continue and keep on doing this. And then for my habits, I like to keep up with when I am working out, when I am taking my vitamins, and when I am reading. So those are the three habits that I am keeping up. So I add a W for workouts, an R for reading, and a V for vitamins. And then whenever I complete the task, I will just add a check mark, or if I don't complete it, I will add an X. And my goal is to do it at least 5 days a week, every single weekday. And underneath that, I will keep up with my YouTube schedule, and my goal is to post 2 times this week. In this video, I am hoping I can get up on Sunday, if not early Monday morning. And then I am going to post one other video either on Wednesday or Friday of this week, just depending on how the week goes. But I do like to add that to my sidebar as well so that I know what's coming up and what I would like to post for this week. And then underneath that, I will add my to-do list. So now I'm adding my dates at the top, and I usually like to add in the weather at the top of my planner as well, next to the date. The only thing is I could not find my weather stickers, and I usually have a bunch of them just lying around my house, but for some reason I could not find them for anything. So I'm just going to use this once more with love sticker just to kind of mark off that it's supposed to rain Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I am also using my trash day stickers to mark off trash day, which is Tuesday and Friday of this week. Now I am just going to move on to the major events that are happening this week. And so we're marking off my mom's surgery. I know we have Bible study on this upcoming Wednesday. I'm just going to kind of mark those things off, and I am just going to add in all of my major to-dos. Now, I know that when I am in the hospital waiting for my mom's surgery, I am going to need to keep myself as busy as I possibly can. So I am going to be bringing a book. I'm also going to be scripting, and I'm going to write all of that in my planner as well to kind of remind myself of the plan. so that my anxiety does not get the best of me. That is my goal. We will see how it goes. This is the very first time my mom has had any major surgery like this. So I'm nervous, she's nervous, my brother's nervous, we're all just nervous. So I am going to try and keep myself as busy as I possibly can while I am waiting for her. I know that the surgery, it's about 6 hours, and so I do want to have some other things with me in the hospital. I am going to bring my planner, I'm bringing my stickers, I'm bringing books, I'm bringing my Bible, I'm bringing all of the works, anything I could possibly think of to keep myself as busy as possible. So I'm not going to plan anything else for the rest of Monday, and I'm just going to move over to Tuesday. I do know that I would like to post my second video around this time. It's either going to be Tuesday or Wednesday, just depending on how Monday goes. But I do want to post again this week. My goal is always to post at least twice a week. I do not always hit that goal. Sometimes it's once a week, just because this season of my life has just been a little bit heavier than normal. But I'm hoping after we get past the 13th and we get some sort of normalcy kind of coming back into my schedule and my rhythm, that will change. So I always write down my goal though. So my goal is always to post twice. So I'm going to add it to the planner, because if I have it in the planner, then I am more likely to actually accomplish it. So we're going to write that down, and I'm also going to write down the other top things that I would like to get done. Most of the things that I put in my top boxes here are just the standard things that I need to do every single week. So I have a weekly to-do list of things that I need to do for church and for the organized money, and it just happens every single week. And so I will just always add those to the top to make sure that I am running payroll, that I am doing our bank deposit, that I'm transferring the money the way it needs to go, because y'all know I am also the CFO of our church. I'm the executive pastor, so a lot of the things that I have to do around payroll and admin is usually done toward the beginning of the week. And so I'm writing all of those things in, and I'm also going to write in what filming I would like to get done for the organized money, and what orders and things that I would like to get done for the organized money. I do have some upcoming brand deals that I have to deal with, and some emails that I need to send out. And so I'm going to work on that toward the beginning of this week as well. But if you could see this week compared to last week, I know it still might look like I have a lot going on, but I really don't. I usually have planned out way more of my time when I have a regular week. I will try and plan every single hour of the day so that I can make sure that I'm staying on top of as much as possible. But lately, I have been giving myself a lot of white space, a lot of time to kind of adjust and be flexible, just in case something else comes up. And so this is what the beginning of this week is going to look like. We have a lot of white space here, and that's just so I have freedom to move things around if I need to. So now we're planning the second half of the week. On Friday, I do have a birthday party to attend, so I'm going to mark that off. I like to use functional boxes in order to mark off any big events, anything that I really want to draw my eye, and that's usually events that might require me to do a little bit more. Like if I'm going to a birthday party, I need to get a gift. And so this will kind of remind me, oh, you need a gift. You need to make sure that you know what you're going to wear, where you are going, all of the details. And so whenever I put something in a big colorful box, that kind of reminds me that it's a bigger event. It is something that I really need to pay attention to and make sure that I have everything that I need for that particular event. So I'm marking that off, and for the end of the week, we only have the birthday party and church. And like I said, everything else is pretty clear, and that is because this is going to be a light week. My mom is supposed to be in the hospital for 3 to 5 days, and then after that, once she's released, I am going to go over to her house for a little bit to make sure that her and my dad are good for the rest of the week until my brother comes into town. He comes into town on the weekend, and then we kind of switch. And so this is how my planner is going to look, because I like to kind of leave myself a lot of room when my week is a little less predictable. And I highly recommend that you do that if you are either brand new to planning or you have just a lot on your plate and you're not sure what time you're going to get things done. If your schedule is all over the place, this is the best way to kind of plan your day. And then the morning of, I will open up my planner and then I will really iron out the details. That's where I'll look at everything that's kind of coming up and then I'll be set. So this planner is done. The next planner I'm going to look at is my to-do planner. For my to-do planner, I don't have much of the pre-work that I have to do because within that planner, I am mainly writing out the brain dump or the to-do list for each day. And I usually will do that the morning of. So with this one, I just like to kind of lightly set up my functional stickers and my decorative stickers for the week, just so the planner can be set up, already have the dates in place, and then I can just kind of write things down as they are coming up. For this one, we have 3 different categories. I usually will keep a running to-do list in this planner. I will also keep track of what I have posted and any additional notes. So sometimes I will write down additional notes that I am not able to kind of fit into my schedule planner. Like if I have additional details about a specific event, I will write it in this planner. Or if I have notes from a meeting that I just came from, I will write it in this planner. So this is the space where I can kind of brain dump and write just down different things that are coming up. That way I don't lose any additional notes or anything else that I might need throughout the week. So those are the 2 main planners that I am using. The other ones that I have, like my meetings planner and my faith planner and my budget planner, are very specific to those particular things. So if I have additional notes or meeting notes that I need to take care of, I will write down those notes and flip to my meeting planner exactly when I need it. Same goes for my faith planner and my budget planner. I will use those as they kind of come up throughout the week. There isn't much setup with any of those, but these 2 do require setup. These are the 2 that I will set up the most. And even with this one, it's light setup. Like this is it, and it's already done and ready for the week. And my schedule planner probably has the most setup. So even though I have like 5 planners going at the exact same time, only one of them really require a lot of setup. And then this one requires a little, and then the other 3 don't require any. So I hope that this video has helped you. I hope it's your reminder to set up your week, and I will see you all in my next video. Until then, keep organizing your life so that you can achieve your dreams. Bye, guys.